The first one says a newborn weighed 7 pounds 2 ounces. The first day she lost 2.75 ounces. The second day she gained 0.5 ounces. The third day she gained 1.25 ounces. The fourth day she gained 0.4 ounces. She went home at the start of the fifth day. What did she weigh? So we can see that we have to add and do a little subtraction for all of these things. So the starting weight was 7 pounds 2 ounces. And you'll notice the first day she lost 2.75 ounces. So we're going to keep that over to the side because we're going to subtract that. That's how much it went down. But when it went up was 0.5 ounces on the next day. Then it went up 1.25 ounces. And then it went up 0.4 ounces. So you've got to add all these and then subtract that. If we're going to add numbers, of course, we need to line up decimal points. 2 ounces, we're going to ignore the 7 pounds. We'll just put that at the end. But we're going to start with 2.0 ounces, 0.5 ounces, 1.25 ounces, and 0.40 ounces. Put in zeros to fill in on the right side. Adding these together, 5, 9, 10, 11, carry a 1, 2, 3, 4. So from her initial weight, she gained a total of 4.15, but then she lost 2.75. So the net change, we'll get that by taking 4.15 minus 2.75. What will that give us? Again, decimal points line up. 5 minus 5 is 0. We'll borrow from the 4, make it a 3. 11 minus 7 is 4. 3 minus 2 is 1. So the net change is 1.4 ounces. Or actually, that's the total number of ounces because notice we started with 2 ounces. So in conclusion, her final weight was 7 pounds 1.4 ounces. Our next question. A patient receives 1.5 milligrams of medication Q.6H. How much total medication has the patient received in 2 days? If you look in the front cover of the textbook, you will see the abbreviations that describe the frequency of medication on page Roman numeral 6. And you'll see that Q6H means every 6 hours. So if that's the case, this patient gets medication every 6 hours. That would mean 4 times a day. So we get 1.5 milligrams per dose times, now this person has 4 doses a day. Why 4 doses a day? Again, Q6H every 6 hours, 6, 12, 18, 24. So that's 4 doses per day. And then how many days does this individual get the medication? For 2 days. And if you'd like, you can make that over 1, and you can make that over 1. And then we're going to see what happens. Doses cancels doses. So this dose and that dose cancel. Days cancels days. And what we're left with is milligrams. So we have 1.5 times 4 times 2, which is going to give us 12 milligrams. Would be the total amount of medication that individual has over 2 days. The next question says, you have tablets containing 7.5 milligrams each. The patient must receive 22.5 milligrams. How many tablets will the patient receive? So we need to convert 22.5 milligrams into tablets. So the patient needs 22.5 milligrams. So we'll make that 22.5 milligrams over 1. You want to convert that to tablets. So I need milligrams to cancel. Milligrams is on top on the first fraction. Let's put it on the bottom on the second fraction. And let's put tablets on the top of the second fraction. And what it says is tablets contain 7.5 milligrams each. So that is 7.5 milligrams for one tablet. You'll notice in this case we can cancel the milligrams and we're left with tablets. So to answer this question, we've got to take 22.5 divided by 7.5, and the result for that is 3 tablets. The next question says, the doctor orders 5 milliliters Q8H for 7 days. You have a bottle containing 150 milliliters. Will it be enough? So let's find out how many milliliters are needed for this patient. Every 8 hours would be 3 times per day. So we're going to have 5 milliliters per dose. And then every 8 hours, again, 3 doses per day. And then how many days do we have? We have a total of 7 days that we're working off of. So you'll notice doses cancel, days cancel, and the result is milliliters. So we have 5 times 3 times 7, which is 105 milliliters. So the bottle has 150 milliliters, so in that case, there will be enough medication. If we have a 150 milliliter bottle and we are dosing 105 milliliters, there would be 45 milliliters left. We have a bottle of medication labeled 15 milligrams in 200 milliliters of solution. And the question asks, what is the percent strength? So this is equivalent to converting a fraction into a percentage. So we have 15 milligrams out of 200 milliliters is how many milligrams out of 100 milliliters? And there's really 2 ways we can do this. You can recognize to get from 200 to 100, I had to multiply by 1/2. So 15 times 1/2 would just give me 7.5. So that's 7.5 milligrams per 100 milliliters. But 7.5 over 100 means 7.5%. So that's going to correspond to 7.5% in terms of percent strength. Now the other way we could do this is we could try to solve it using a proportion by taking 15 over 200 is how much over 100. And the strategy we're going to use to solve a proportion is multiply across where you can and then divide. So the solution will be 15 times 100 divided by 200, which again is going to give us 7.5. So by solving the proportion, we have 15 over 200 is 7.5 over 100, which we can express as 7.5%.